What's going on? Travis coming at you. Another episode of Forge Father FM. This episode is called Angry Asshole Dad on Vacation. So we just got back from our vacation in Florida. We went to Marco Island. This was our first time going there, and I highly recommend it. The weather was beautiful. It rained on the first day that we were there. It was pretty windy on the first day as well. But outside of that, the rest of the time we were there, 75, 80 degrees, sunny, beautiful beaches, lots to do there. And it's very low key compared to Disney World. So the past 4 years for spring break, we took the family out to Disney World. And if you've ever been to Disney World, you know, you almost need a vacation from the vacation once you get back from that, because it's just the hustle and bustle. We got to get here, we got to get there. You're waiting in line, doing this, doing that. There's just, it's overwhelming. And so I like and love Disney World. We'll go back. But Marco Island, I highly recommend. It's much more relaxing. The kids had a blast. There's so much, I mean, we didn't even get to do everything that we wanted to do, but we had a great time. And it almost didn't even happen. And so I want to take you all the way back on Sunday morning when we left. So morning starts off with getting a notification that our flight has been delayed by an hour. No big deal. We tell the kids. They don't understand what this means. They think the flight has been canceled and we're not going to go. And so they're on edge. The two oldest start fighting with each other. So there's that. And so my wife and I were like, oh, what do you want to do? Do you want to take them all to the airport and, you know, have to deal with that? Or do we just kind of wait it out here at home and then leave a little bit later? And I said, let's just get there, because it's better to be there in case something happens. We're there and we don't have to worry about missing out. So we load everything up. We head out to the airport. We get there, and the whole morning, our 6-year-old daughter, Axton, she's been very quiet. She's not getting into the fights like she normally does. Usually it's just a big brawl. Everybody's just against everybody. And she was just kind of off in her own world, very quiet. Didn't say a whole lot on the drive to the airport. As soon as we get there, she says, Mom, I feel sick. And yeah, she's white as a ghost. So my wife walks her over into, in between two cars, and yeah, she throws up. And my oldest daughter, she's definitely afraid of throwing up. She has anxiety around getting sick and throwing up. She's had this since being a very young girl. And so she obviously sees what's happening. She freaks out. She's like, I don't want to go. I'm going to get sick. And so she's throwing a fit. And then Axton obviously just threw up. She's like, I want to go home. She's throwing a fit. My 8-year-old daughter, she's dead set. She's going. She's like, nope. She's throwing a tantrum, jumping up and down. She's like, we're going. And it's just turmoil. And my wife and I, we look at each other and she's like, let's just go back home. And I said, nope, not happening. We are not going back home. Axton, it turned out, she was just a little queasy from the car ride. And I mean, she didn't get sick the rest of the trip. She was fine. And so we pack everybody up and we go into the airport and the security line is, of course, super long. So I'm holding my 6-year-old Axton, and she's just like not feeling the greatest still. And I'm just thinking in my head, like, if she has to throw up again, like, here's a trash can right here, but like everybody's going to see this kid throw it up, and then us getting on this airplane, or are they even going to let us on the airplane? Like, what's going to happen? And so we're inching our way through security. We finally get through security, and we hear over the loudspeaker, Stoll's old family, this is your final warning. You have 2 minutes left, and the gate will be closing. And so my wife runs over to the gate. She's like, hey, we're all here. And this is a new airline that we flew through. So we've never flown through this airline. And they said, rules are rules. The whole family has to be here, has to be checked in, or we're closing the gate. And so we brought our nanny with us to help out. And she's being held up in security at that point. They're looking over her bag. She had something in her bag. And she's just like, you know what? Just take whatever's in the bag. I'll get rid of it. So she took the rest of her stuff. Security let her go. And we ended up running into the gate and getting onto the plane, barely making it. We get settled in on the plane and we sit there for an hour. On the plane. And so the kids are pretty good. Once we get on the plane, they're content. But this is a 3-hour plane flight, and we sit a whole extra hour on the plane, on the tarmac, waiting to taxi and take off. And so that was a great situation being there. So obviously the kids started to get on edge, and just fabulous fun. And at this point, there were a number of opportunities where I could have lost my cool. especially in the parking garage when everybody was just like at each other's throats. I want to go home. No, I want to go. I'm in the middle, and I wanted to blow my top. I wanted to just explode in anger and say, shut the fuck up to everybody. But that wouldn't have helped anything. It wouldn't have helped support my wife. It wouldn't have helped calm my children down because I was able to hold my ground in that moment and keep my cool and solve the situation. I just said, I simply said calmly, I said, hey, we're going. Axton, you're going to be fine. We're going. We're going to make this happen. Look at this as an adventure that we're always going to remember, right? And so either way, we get to Florida and we make it. Sunny, beautiful. We get checked in, having a great time. And, the way home, very interesting morning because we flew out at 7 a.m. and we have almost a 2-hour drive to the airport, which meant Thursday morning, I had to be up super early. So I was up at 2:15 their time, which was like 1:15 my time, to do my AM routine. I didn't miss my AM routine the whole time while on vacation. I could have easily said, hey, this is vacation, I'm going to take it off, but no, I made it happen. No excuses. So I was still up, hammered out 250 burpees for my daily 250. Was back up to the hotel room. Nobody was even up yet. Got all our stuff packed. We got to the airport, and the line is absolutely ridiculous. And we have 30 minutes to get our bags checked. They have a very strict rule through the airline that we're flying through, which was Allegiant. We're not sure if we're going to fly through them again, but 45 minutes, your bags must be checked, or you're just shit out of luck. So thankfully, because we're waiting in line, we're like, there's no way we're getting through this line in the next 20 minutes to make that cutoff. So my wife and I are looking at each other. We're just, their kids are all freaking just worn out at this point. Our 3-year-old, who had done amazing the whole trip, our 3-year-old, Gigi, Genevieve, we have a nickname for her. It's called Scrappy. When little Scrappy comes out, watch out, because it is your little 2-3-year-old tantrum just to the extreme. And so whatever happened, she got triggered by something, but she is throwing an absolute rage fit right there. Nobody can console her. She's just like doing her thing. We're trying to get our bags checked. And thankfully, this airline, they were pretty open to letting people who were in line, that were on the cut, come up to the front line. So they're like, hey, this is the last call for Omaha. Is anybody going to Omaha? Whole family raises our arms. They're like, come on up. So they let us check in. We go through security while our 3-year-old is still throwing a crazy ass tantrum. And we make our way on the plane. Got on the plane, 3-hour flight home. We made it. We made it back. And it was a successful vacation. A lot of amazing memories were made on this vacation. And me as a father, I always give myself a big pat on the back when I get back, and I can say to myself that I did not have any angry outbursts. I didn't make the vacation worse. I didn't ruin it, which we go all the way back to the first family vacation that we ever took. It was my wife and I, and we had 2 kids at that time. I remember getting checked into the hotel, and this was to a different location. We went to Lake Okoboji, another place that we often take trips to. It was the first family vacation that we took. And I remember getting there, I was on edge the whole time. I was just stressed, on edge. And I had already blown up a number of times. Blown up a number of times in the car ride there, at the hotel, just angry asshole. I remember getting into our hotel room and my wife saying, we need to take a vacation away from you. And that just heart sank in the pit. And I remember her saying that, and I had to go back to the car to grab something. And I'm just walking down this long hallway inside of this hotel and just kind of looking down at the ground, and can't believe she just said that. How dare she just say that to me? I'm paying for this vacation. I'm paying for this family trip. I made this happen. And in that moment, I realized what a fucking asshole I truly was. Selfish asshole who was just blind to the fact that I was there with my family on vacation. What an opportunity. What a blessing. Be grateful, you piece of shit. They do need a vacation away from you because you're being a dick. You're making everything about you. It's not about you. It's about them. And that's when I gained perspective of being a dad on vacation and being able to take his family on vacation. It's a special thing. So I'm actually happy that happened on the first vacation that we ever took as a family, because all the vacations that followed, I haven't been perfect. Yeah, there's been small little blow-ups. There's been situations where I was on edge of losing my cool, but I never lost my cool like I did that first trip. And it goes all the way back to the first morning that I shared with you on Sunday, before we were just about to take off. Had I blown my top and became that angry asshole version of me, I don't think we would have gone. I would have blown up there in the parking garage, just blowtorched everybody, and would have said, just fuck it, we're going home. But no, kept my cool, and we made it happen. And that's really the goal and the focus, with anything. As a father, you are at the center of your family. You are the rock. You are the foundation. If you crumble and break, guess what's going to happen to your family? So this is just an example. And then you take everything in with it, just being grateful for having the opportunity to be with your family, to be on a vacation, to be on a trip, to spend time with them, to create memories. That's the biggest thing. It's creating these memories. Do you want them to remember how much of an asshole you were every vacation that you took? Because you were always on the edge. You're always stressed. You're always frustrated. You're always nitpicking at every little thing. Or were you just the free, open version of you, happy, pleasant to be around, fun? That's the version that I go through. It's not easy. It's stressful. It has its challenges. But that's who I'm committed to being, that version. So question for you dads out there that are listening to this podcast or watching this on YouTube. Are you the angry asshole dad on trips? Have you been the angry asshole dad on trips? Or are you the other guy? You creating good memories, happy memories, you holding it together? If this is a struggle for you, this is one of the big things that we help conquer and overcome inside of Forge Father. It all starts off with awareness. Awareness of you being in a moment. You're in the situation where how you respond or react will make all the difference. It's one of the key pieces that we change within Forge Father. If you're looking to get help with this, so you can keep your cool in situations where you normally lose your cool, I can help you. So go below this video, click on that link where you'll find out more information about my program, Unleash, where fixing your anger problems, fixing and elevating your ability to control your emotions, your feelings, and your stories so you can elevate your life. That's what transformation is all about. So if you're a father and you're looking to make that change, you're looking to get some help with that, go below this video, click that link, take the next step, and we'll talk to you more then.